Alright, today we are going to try and mow everything to the left of the tractor. We'll see how wet it is down in here. We touched on it in a previous video, but this gets super wet down in here and you can only mow it a couple times of the year. So we like to hit it first with the brush hog, get the grass lower, and then if it gets dry enough, we'll hit it with the zero turn. Now this is one of the nicest things about this 25 horsepower. You really can do a whole lot more with it than you would expect. Now if you're commercial and you're doing this type of work on a regular basis, maybe you'd want the 40 horse so you can get things done a little bit quicker. But for us, right now, it just wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it. This doesn't seem wet at all today, which is great. We did have a little bit of rain this week, but it was dry enough in between the rains where it kept this low. Sometimes this brush hog gets it good enough that we don't even have to get it with the zero turn. Now, if we don't do this on the property, this turns into just a habitat for animals. And on top of that, it looks pretty nasty. Brush starts growing up. You'll see off to the right of the tractor, we have some brush growing up underneath that tree. I really want to get a new brush hog, but as much as we beat this up, I don't know that it's worth it right now. Probably just let this one go. Maybe even a flail mower will be nice. Flail mower would be nice because we could get around the pond, and if we got rear hydraulics on here, we could actually get a extender for the flail mower. All right, I'm going to give the mic to Andrea and then a couple more clips for you. Also, before we end today's video, I wanted to talk about the Kubota LX2610 and why we have it right now on our property. This we bought used, and they really are a great buy at this time. It's 2026, the middle of the year. A year or two ago, Kubota came out with the LX2620, which is very much so the same tractor. It just has a few upgrades to the interior. The biggest thing you will notice is the hydrostatic transmission is a little bit quieter on the new models. But all in all, they're pretty much the same tractor. There were no major issues with this model like some of the previous models Kubota had. So there are quite a few that are on the used market right now, and you can get them for a great price. A brand new 2620, so the newer model, they're currently going for about $52,000 if you priced it very similar to this. So tractor loader backhoe with a mid-mount mower and a cab. I'm sorry, a mid-mount PTO and a cab. They're about $52,000. Whereas if you're looking for one of these, you can get the TLBs for anywhere in the mid-30s, and if you're not getting the backhoe, you can get them in the 20s. Now, there are some things that are going to cost more if you have the mid PTO, or if you get a grapple, or if you have the third function, it's going to cost a little bit more. But all in all, they're great tractors, and I do think it is a buy opportunity for anybody on the market. This has the LA535 loader, which I believe lifts about 1,060 pounds. Does have the mid PTO like we talked about. You should be able to see that right there. Super easy to hook up. Now, for some of you longtime followers, you know that we started off with the John Deere 2025R, a little bit smaller than this tractor. We opted to have a cab because we do plowing in the winter, so that helps out with the snow, keeping us warm. We do a lot of brush hogging in the summer, so it keeps the dust out of our faces. And then we do spraying, so weed and feed or Roundup or 2,4-D. So it's nice to get out of the elements when we have some adverse conditions, and then it's also nice to have the cab when we are spraying. It is a Cat 1 hitch. If you get the cab, you do get LED lights in the back. You get front and rear wipers, and you get mirrors. Here are the LED lights. So everything on this Kubota is quick attach. The loader, you have the skid steer quick attach connections up here for the bucket and your grapple. Super easy to use. And then the backhoe is also quick attach, super easy to put on and off. One thing you should know is John Deere is a little bit easier to get the stuff on and off compared to the Kubotas, but it is not difficult by any means to get the stuff on and off of this Kubota. So once you get into the cab, that's where the Kubota shines. So in this small of a tractor, not all of them, not all the brands have the recirculating air, which really helps with clearing off the moisture when it's raining or it's snowing. So that helps a lot in the snow. Air conditioning is absolutely phenomenal. Comes with a Bluetooth radio. But the real thing that I love is the smoothness of the hydraulics. Honestly, I haven't found a brand that does it as well as Kubota. You can do multiple functions at once. You can curl and lift at the same time, or you can lift and dump at the same time, and it is super smooth, buttery smooth. None of the other brands at this size of a tractor get anywhere close to the Kubota. So that's a huge perk. Selector. So this is where you select between the rear, middle, and rear, and middle. And then here's where you turn the PTO on. You have 3 gears, low, medium, high, and then you also have a neutral. LED lights, horn, and your headlights are right here. Here's your throttle, obviously your loader controls, and then this is your 3-point hitch, raise and lower, and this is your cruise control. Other than that, this has the treadle pedal. Some people say that it's very difficult to use or they hate it. I've grown up on a John Deere, and it didn't take me long to, you know, figure out how to use this. Very simple, very easy to use. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope this helps you guys out. If you're in the market for a tractor like this and you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email or leave a comment down below. Again, this is a compact tractor, a little bit bigger than the John Deere 2025R we had for a while. Not quite as big as the John Deere 3046R, but it is a phenomenal tractor. 25 horsepower, so you don't have to worry about the regen or the def fluid. On this model, you can get a 40 horsepower or a 35 horsepower with the new LX 3520 or the 4020, but then you would have that regen that you'd have to worry about. It is a very versatile tractor. I encourage you guys, if you're in the market for something like this, consider buying used instead of new, because you could save a lot of money. But if you want to buy new, there's nothing wrong with that also. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage. If you have any questions, like I said, don't hesitate to reach out.